a great hike or what?
Hello and namaste.
Guy right here, Mr. Phoenix.
Namaste, friend. Hello and namaste. Welcome to my chair yoga class. If you have any inclinations that you might want to consult your doctor first, go ahead and do that before you start any exercise program, okay guys? So I am on crutches because I broke my leg. Well, I broke the end of my fibula, where my malleolus is down there. And I have been forced to adjust my life. So in yoga, as part of the yoga journey, is adjusting to things that happen to us in life. So here's to adjusting to tough situations. If you're doing this video with me, it's probably because you're in a tough situation yourself. And just want you to know, just hang in there. It's gonna be okay, you're not alone. All right, so let's go ahead and get started. So you're sitting up nice and tall on your sits bones. And let's find our breath. Pretend like there's a string connecting the top of your head up to the ceiling, because this always, when I visualize this, it always creates space in between my vertebra. Every time I go to make a video, there always is some sort of disturbance. Something new happens, like right now the wind is picking up, so there's a noise now with my window. My niece is trying to call me, and I'm wondering if that's going to show up on my video. There's always, life throws things at you, and nothing big right now. So I just wanted to say that no matter what's going on in your living room, or your bedroom, or wherever you are in your house, there's probably distractions. So what I'm going to invite you to do, and I'm going to practice this myself, is to try to let those distractions go. So if you hear my dog start to bark, if you realize and I just realized my music is off, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to be distracted. I'm going to stay right here amidst the chaos. And that's another thing that I want you to realize, that you find peace and serenity amidst the chaos and the craziness. So if you want to, I always like to close my eyes. It helps me bring me to my center. If you want to, you can put your thumb and your finger, have them touching. Just rest your hands on the tops of your thighs. Let's just go ahead and start with some shoulder rolls, okay? So first, let's take our chin down to our chest and feel that nice stretch down the spine. You might even feel this all the way down to your lower back. Breathe into that. Nice deep breath. Take notice of your stomach, your belly, rising and falling with your breath. And the next inhale, I'm going to go ahead and have you bring that chin up to your right shoulder or your left shoulder, whichever one you want to do. All the way up. Aiming for that shoulder, not touching it, okay? Because we still want to keep our spine nice and erect up towards the ceiling. All right, and then all the way over to the other side. So scooping down, half moon with your chin. Chin like you have like a marker attached to your chin, and you're drawing a half moon on the floor and all the way up to your shoulders. And again to the other side. Dropping that chin and up. One more time to the other side, exhaling down. Inhaling up. And then just coming back to center. Okay, so from here, we're going to go ahead and let's do some shoulder rolls, shall we? So let's go ahead and do some shoulder rolls, taking our shoulders back. You can just relax your hands now if you want. Bring them down beside the chair. And then forward. Warming up the shoulders feels so good. All right. And then back again. And forward again. Now we're going to take a nice deep breath up, and we're going to bring our arms up to the sides and all the way up. Palms together and then exhaling down. Inhaling up. And exhaling down. Inhaling up. Last time down. Have your hands drop onto the tops of your thighs here. Taking one of your hands, take it to the opposite leg, and we're gonna do a nice little twist here. So let's go ahead and take a nice inhale up, and then twist around. So twisting to that opposite side. You can sort of put your hand on the side of your thigh here. Quadricep. Again, checking your posture, feeling that string pull you up to the ceiling. Two more breaths here. And the next one, releasing it, exhaling it. Great job. Switching sides. So inhaling up and switching arms and twisting to the other side. This is going to be quite a short video. All I want to do here is just do some nice movements to keep our spine healthy while we're in our predicaments. One more breath. And exhaling here. I can feel that in my right side way more than my left because I've been having to do a lot more with my right side because of my left foot and my left calf here. So at any time, if you want to raise your, if you have a cast as well, and that's why you're watching this video, if you want to raise your foot up and put it on a stool, which I'm going to do that actually, I'm going to go ahead and do it too, because we're going to do some postures from the stool. So if you have an extra stool at home or another chair to grab, somewhere where you're kind of like lined up right there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and lift up my leg. All right, that feels good. That feels really good. And let's go ahead and take a nice deep breath here. And we're going to forward fold over that leg. So slowly folding forward. I am going to be stopping soon. I want you to stop where you can feel that stretch in the back of your hamstring. And then check your spine. I'm going to pretend like there's a string pulling me to the opposite side of the room. Work at your edge. It should not hurt ever. When you're doing yoga, it should never hurt. It should always just feel so good. And if you feel a little hurt so good, hey, that's okay too. But again, we want to be hinging from the hips when we do forward folds. Adjusting yourself if you need to. Reaching for that big toe if you want. Straightening out your spine. Nice alignment. Maybe switch hands. Bring that opposite arm over and inside the leg. Feel a different kind of stretch. Maybe you can come down a little bit further here. If it gets to be too much, come on up. And the next inhale, we're going to go ahead and take it on up. So inhaling up. Ah, it feels so good. Now go ahead and let the other leg join that foot. All right. And let's go ahead and take the other one down. And we're going to do the same thing on this side. It won't hurt to have this one down. And you might not even have a cast on your leg. So right now I'm feeling okay. It doesn't feel swollen. It feels fine. So just listen to your own body. In yoga, it's all about your practice, wherever you are. So what one person might be doing looks totally different on your body. So that's why I like to walk through and let you know where you're supposed to be, where a goal for you to be is, the right angles and so forth. So nice inhale up, and then exhaling forward fold towards the foot. Now I have my foot flexed up towards my head, for a little extra feeling there in the backs of my legs. I like that feeling. You can point your toe if you'd like, if you want, but it's good to have them flexed up. Also, check your knee. Make sure it's not too straight. You can always keep it slightly bent if you like. And the goal is to be all the way down to your legs, but you may never get there. I may never get there, and that's okay. Nice deep breaths into this. Feeling your body lengthen even further with every breath that you take. One more breath here. And on your next inhale, let's come all the way up. Nice, nice, nice. Feels so good. Okay, go ahead and bring that other leg up. We're going to go ahead and do the same thing with both legs. So, inhaling up and exhaling forward. Now what I want you to do is pretend like you're standing up, okay? So we're standing up and we're in forward fold. And what we normally might do is come up into halfway lift. So halfway up your shins, come on up halfway, straighten up that spine nice and tall. And then we're gonna come back down, fold forward. And again, halfway lift. And then fold forward. Coming back up slowly but surely. All right, great job, guys. So from here, I'm going to just take my right foot down and let's see, we are going to do some side angle bends. So I'm going to keep my foot up here. If you can put your other foot down on the ground if you'd like, but I'm just keeping my leg up because of my issue here with my broken leg. So broken ankle, whatever you want to call it. So inhaling up, we're going to just keep those hands up, 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 and then we're going to take it over to the side. So I'm going to my right, you're probably going to your left. You're watching me here. Switching over to the side, keeping those sits bones grounded onto the chair. So you don't want to be lifting up, okay? You don't want to fall off your chair. We want to be grounded. So if you want a little more stability here and you don't feel like you're going to fall off the chair, grab a hold of the side of the chair, and then actually this can really stabilize those feelings in the right side, the left side or the right side, whichever side you're bending on. Can really isolate those muscles. Relax your muscles in your face. And then coming back up and then switching sides. So inhaling up. You can grab a hold of that wrist and then pull it over if you'd like. Holding onto the chair if you'd like. Isolating those muscles a little bit more. Check the tension in your neck. Make sure you're not tensing up. If you want, you can look past your elbow and look up to the ceiling. And then coming back down. Great job. Okay. And then we're just going to take our hands, put them in prayer position here. Now what I want you to do is inhale and then exhale. So we're going to exhale our prayer hands up towards the ceiling. So nice big inhale. And exhale, prayer hands to the ceiling. Inhaling down. And this time press outward, so forward. Inhaling. Exhale up. See if you can control your breath a little bit more. Inhaling. Exhaling forward. A few more of these. Nice inhale. Exhale up. Inhaling down. Last time out. Inhaling in, feeling that warmth in between your hands starts to feel nice and warm. All the way up. This time, let go of your prayer hands. We're going to do a slight back bend, looking up to the ceiling. Sits bones are still on the chair. Slight back bend, then coming back down to center. Oh, that feels so, so good. All right, keeping your hands in prayer position. Now we're going to find, if you can, go ahead and put your other foot back up to meet your other leg, if wherever you are. If you were both down, put both of your feet back up on your stool in the front. And we're just going to do a side twist here. So we're going to take our opposite elbow to the opposite knee, and it's not really the knee, it's more like the thigh muscle. So you want to take it to your quadriceps because you never want to put pressure on that knee. And so let's go ahead and take a nice deep inhale up, and then we're going to twist. So you'll see me twisting here. Try to put that elbow aiming towards the side of the thigh, looking up or back here. Nice stretch for the obliques. Keeping the arms nice and straight. So having your hands in prayer position here kind of locks those elbows and makes you feel stable. And then coming back up, inhaling up, and switching sides. So switching down, exhaling down. Two more breaths here. And then on the next inhale, come on back up. All right, that really engages your core. So if you had any trouble with that, that's fine. Just really listen to your body there. If it was tough to come on back up, you could have, used your hands on your legs just to bring yourself up, supporting yourself up. So all right, so let's go ahead and let's do a little bit of standing with the chair. So I'm going to move this stool out of the way and probably use my crutches here, possibly, one of them at least. I'm gonna go ahead and bring myself up with my crutch, using my hand and to bring myself up. What we're gonna do is gonna go around to the back of the chair, we're going to utilize the chair here, and we are going to, I can only use one leg here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go into our first downward dog. So what you're going to do is take your feet back about, I don't know, I guess I'd say that's about 3 feet from your chair, wherever your arm length is. And then just going to take your body down, stretching the backs of your arms. Feeling the stretch in the backs of your legs. And I have no pressure at all on my casted leg. None at all. Just in case you have a cast too. And then coming back up. And if you have a stable chair, we're going to go into a plank pose. So as if you were on the floor, you're just going to come down, bending your elbows and holding yourself there wherever you feel comfortable. Check your wrists, make sure they're nice and straight. Holding that there. If you want to, you can lower yourself a little bit, then back up a little bit. Lower and then back up. Okay, then going back into your downward dog. So bringing your head down, adjusting your feet wherever you need to. And trying to keep this as simple as possible, guys. And then back up. All right. So from here, come to the side of your chair. If your chair is where you can either hold it, or I'm going to put my elbows and my forearm on the chair. And again, we're just going to go into some side angles here. So side bends. Inhaling up, side bending over. You can look up to the ceiling. And then coming back down. And then I'm going to have you do the same thing on the other side. So we're just going to be going on the other side. So I have to turn around here. I don't want you to have to see me from the back. So I'm just going to head and switch over my chair. And we'll do the same thing on the other side. Feels so good, so good. And then coming back up. Nice deep breaths, hands to heart center. Great job, guys. All right, so coming back down, sitting back down on your chair, nice and smoothly. Never want to be really, impactful in your joints as far as pushing and everything like that. So just plopping down on the chair is not good for your hips. So I tried to do it as slow as I possibly could. Now here I'm going to pull up I'm pulling up my right leg. You can pull up your left leg, pulling the knee up towards like that same shoulder on that same side. You can also clasp underneath the thigh, bringing that leg up. Let's go ahead and do some ankle rolls here. Going from side to side. All right, great job. Lowering that back down. We're going to switch sides. So I am going to, since I have my cast, I am going to use my stool. So if you have one, I suggest you do that too. Gives you, so that way your leg's not just hanging there. We want to give it support. So I am going to scooch up towards my knee a little bit. That way I'm not taking my foot up off of my support, okay? You don't have to do all this obviously if you don't cast. So I am moving towards my knee with the trunk of my body and keeping my foot up. So, and stretch that out. If you want, you can go ahead and try to touch your nose to your knee. And lift back up. Nice little stretch there for your back. And of course, I cannot do ankle rotations here. So whenever you're ready, just go ahead and do some of your ankle rotations. I'll go ahead and do that on my right foot. My good foot. And then just releasing that down. Great job, great job. So let's go ahead and do some wrist rotations. Switching sides. And while we're at it, let's take care of our hands a little bit further. I'm going to, let's pretend like we're serving a tray with one of our hands. So we're serving a tray outward. You're going to pull those fingers away from your body. Straighten that arm. Feel a nice stretch in your forearms. And then switching sides. So serve your tray. Pull those fingers away, straightening out that arm. Relax your thumb. Great job, and bring that back in. That was a nice stretch for my shoulders too, so hopefully you felt that in your shoulders. Now, since we're sitting and doing chair yoga, I'm going to only do the arms for Garadasana, which is the eagle pose. So eagle pose, just with the arms. Just going to inhale up, and right now, all I'm going to have you do is hug yourself. So take your left arm over your right arm, and just give yourself a nice big hug, okay? Lift up the elbows as far as you can. Hugging, hugging. All right, now we're going to switch sides. So arms out. All right, hi, Mr. Fiend. And switch arms as far as which one's over top. Nice, another big hug. Big hug, big hug. All right, elbows up. Feels good, feels good. All right, let's do that again. But this time we're going to bring the arms in. You're going to straighten out the arms, bringing the palms together, okay? So you're not going to really be able to see my face here in a minute because we're going to just breathe into this. But again, we're going to have our elbows straight out in front of us. Shoulders are down as much as possible, and we're going to be aiming those hands up towards the ceiling. Hands and elbows going towards the ceilings. So go ahead and find your breath, guys. Garadasana, eagle pose. Check your thumbs and make sure they're not sticking out, hyperextended. They're going up with the rest of your hand. I see you, Mr. Fiend. Let's take one more nice deep breath here. We'll go out in a minute. And when you're ready, go ahead and release those arms, elbows out towards the sides. Ooh, that feels so good, so good. Okay, now just shoulder rolls back to the back and to the front. And then we're going to switch sides. Sorry, I don't need your help, boobs. I just don't need your help. All right, now, so nice inhaling up. Now the opposite arm goes over top. All right, hopefully I have the right one. I think I have to switch it over again because I think it's the other way. There we go. Just try to remember which arm was over top. Breathing nice and deep into this pose. This is pretty intense for the shoulders. So if you have any troubles with your shoulders, don't do it, guys. Lifting those elbows up towards the ceiling. Relax your hips. I was feeling some tension in my thighs, so just make sure you're relaxing the rest of your body. And then when you're ready on your next exhale, release the arms. Whew. That's a tough one sometimes. Yeah, feels good. Feels good to push my edge. So I think we're going to be finished with this video. Thank you for joining me. I'm trying not to edit this video. What you see is what you get, guys. I am really working on getting better at making videos. You're probably thinking, wow, there's probably a lot more fancy videos out there, but this is me. Thank you so much for joining me at yogarista.mt.com. So we do yoga. First we de-stress, right? Actually, it all goes together. We de-stress, we do yoga, and we find peace, and we know peace. So de-stress, do yoga, know peace. Namaste, my friends. Namaste, friends. Namaste, friends. We love you. Whole of the right leg.
Got a great hike or what?
Hello and namaste.
Got right here, Mr. Phoenix.